Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what your time is telling you now, but my time is 12 o'clock. It's a midday. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Albertina Amopolo, and thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sharing the video, and thank you for giving the video a thumb up, and thank you for describing, and thank you for sharing, and thank you for those who gave me comments in the comment section. Remember that I say if there's anything of your choice that you want me to discuss, please let me know. Just put your information in the comment section so that I can come back to you with the right information. So thank you so much. Let's start. Today I am going to speak about how to discipline a child in a godly manner. So remember that we as parents, we have responsibility, and our responsibility is from God. So God gave us a responsibility to be able to raise our children in a godly manner. So we need to discipline our children in a godly manner. So remember, if you read in Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6, it say, train up a child in the way to go, so that this child cannot turn away from it. Meaning that you must train your child in the right way, in the God's direction. So when you train your child, you must involve God. Be able to make sure that the child is rooted in the godly way. So let your child understand the values, or create a value that you want your child to become, because our children, they look at us, so they learn from what they see, and they learn from our behaviors, or sometimes they imitate others. So God gave us responsibility as parents so that we can raise our children in a godly manner. So we must create an environment of which the child will be able to learn from us, and be able to respect the family within the and also within the society. So if you read um, Colossians chapter 3 verse 20 and 21. So verse 20, it said, children, obey your parents. And verse 21 saying that fathers, do not provoke your children. So our children, they also have their responsibilities, and as parents, we also have the responsibilities to bring up a child in a godly manner. So if the Bible is saying that the child must be able to obey the parents in all things, so if we are saying all things, what are these all things? As a parent, you must be able to know. So you must have the spirit of discernment, so that God can lead you, on how to discipline your child. So a disciplinary child will be able to make a good leader within the society. Remember that as parents, we are the educator. So we educate our children to become leaders within the society. So we don't we don't educate our children only for us as parents, but for the society as well. Because if a child is well groomed from home, this child will be able to respect the authority within the society. So if the child is not well groomed with it from home, this child will not be submissive, and it will be difficult for people to handle this child. Even at school, if you see some of teachers, they are fed up with our children. So because the child comes from home without manners, and this child is going to give these teachers a lot of trouble, as well as other children within the class. So that is why we need to discipline our children within the house, because discipline starts from home and respect starts from home. If a child learn respecting others or respecting the parents within the household, when this child go out from the house, definitely this child will respect the authority from outside home. So I see many parents suffering because of their children. So they don't have a peace of mind. They are crying because of their children. Why? So because they fail from the beginning to raise these children in a godly manners. So let's start now, and let's start discipline our children in a godly way. Already the Bible has told us that train up a child in a right way to go, so that this child should not turn away from your instruction. So because the child will learn from you, so you must create that value. If you create that value, the child will be able to accept the responsibilities. This child will be kind. This child will be submissive, obeying. So the child will be able to solve problem if there's any problem of any nature. This child will be able to solve problem. So the child will be able to have a self-control and self-regulation. A child will be able to know or to differentiate between a consequences or a punishment. She will be able to know or to take responsibility for their own action. So the child will be able to manage her feelings or his behavior. If you just start to talk to your child at the early age, the child will be able to be rooted in the godly manners. It's just like you are building a house. You cannot build a house without a foundation. So this is a foundation. So this is a foundation that we are laying for our children in order for us to raise up a good leadership. Because this child that we are raising up a child that is going to have her own future within the society. So the child needs to learn the values that will make this child someone or become great within the future, within the communities. So let's talk to our children. Let's teach them depending on what the Bible said. So read together the Bible with your child. Ask questions. So because when children growing, they become different. Some become aggressive, some become shy, some become lonely. They become they wanted to have or to depend on their own understanding or on their own knowledge, thinking that they are grown up, but they are not. So they need us. They need us. So we need to speak to our children, and we need to create the value that we need our children to have in the future. So success comes from good behavior. If your child is behaving good because of the discipline that you gave the child, definitely your child will be successful in everything that this child gonna do within the future, within the communities. So let's educate our children for the society, and not only for us as parents, because we sometimes forget that a child is just your child, but that child is not going to work for you. Is a child that you are growing, you are grooming for somebody else. If it is a girl, it's a girl that you are grooming that is going to marry somebody else, or that is going to work for somebody else. So this child needs to know the value that is that is needed for a child to have. So let's create that opportunity for our children, so that we can have a bright future for our children. As you see, the societies are crying. Crimes are highly rising. Why? It is rising because as parents, we fail from the beginning to raise up our children in a godly manner. So let's educate our children in a godly environment, so that we can create the readers of tomorrow. So thank you very much. This is all for today. Share the video, give it a thumb up, and like the video. And also, if there's any topic that you want me to speak about, please write it in the comment section, so that I can come up with the right information. So this is for us. Let's do it together. Thank you very much.